The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. DOH Region 7 has no issue with the move of the Cebu provincial government to relax its outdoor mask mandate. In an interview with Radio 5, spokesperson Dr. Mary Jean Lareche noted that the Cebu provincial government has autonomy on COVID-19 matters. The executive order issued by Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia allows for the optional use of face masks in open spaces, except for those who are exhibiting COVID-19 symptoms.
Nung nilabas po yan ng ating governor, I am very pretty sure na heto ay kanyang pinag-isipang mabuti base again on our data on the ground.
Meanwhile, cases of dengue in Central Visayas and the Cagayan Valley have shot up this rainy season. Camille Samonte with the story.
Dengue cases have been on the rise in some areas of the country ever since the rainy season began last month. In the Central Visayas region, over 4,600 cases of dengue have been recorded from January to end May. This shows a 421% rise in dengue cases from last year. 38 of these patients died because of the disease. Areas with the most number of cases include Cebu City, Lapu-Lapu City, Mandaue City, Talisay City, and Minglanilla. According to the head of DOH Region 7's Dengue Prevention and Control Program, they did not anticipate this surge.
As early as now, we're seeing the rise in the number of cases, so it's high time that we become more vigilant and siguro we include the management of dengue integrate with our measures to prevent further spread of COVID.
Dengue infections have also spiked in Region 2. Around 2,014 cases were recorded from January to June. Regional Director Dr. Grace Santiago says this represents an 800% hike from last year. 6 deaths were also recorded. Most of those infected by dengue are aged 11 to 20 years old. The provinces of Cagayan, Isabela, and Nueva Vizcaya have all breached the epidemic threshold.
It's really an issue of concern already kasi mataas na siya. And although meron tayong cycle na meron talaga magre-reach ng ganitong klaseng threshold or it's already expected, but it's still an issue of concern. Kailangan talagang maging alerto yung ating mga local government units, lalo na ating local chief executives, na maggawa agad sila ng mga measures para hindi na lalo itong tumaas.
Because of the alarming rise in cases, hospitals in Region 2 have put up express lanes for dengue patients. The facility says they are also prepared for a possible surge.
Right now, ang ating mga hospitals are ready and hindi naman sila napupuno with the number of cases ng dengue lang. So marami rin naman silang cases na nakikater. Ang sa atin is that we are prepared kung sakali magkaroon ng surge.
In the city of Manila, no spike in dengue cases has been recorded yet, but its Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office says it's also preparing itself for this possibility. The Manila DRMO is now conducting fogging operations in schools, as well as community cleanup drives focusing in mosquito-infested areas. DRMO Director Arnela Angeles says they also have equipment that tracks barangays with reported dengue cases. The DRMO also leaves this reminder to Manila residents so they can avoid catching dengue.
Yung pong ating mga botelya, mga gulong po, o maaari po, o yung pong mga na pag-iimbakan ng tubig na hindi na napupuna, na nagtatagal na po, ito po ay nagiging breeding ground ng ating mga mosquito at nagkakaroon po ng mga kitikitian na nagiging dahilan po para lumaganap sakit po sa ating lugar. Kaya po sabi nga po, panatiliin nating malinis at ligtas ang ating lugar.
For News 5, Camille Samonte, We Are One News.
Incoming Press Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles says parameters for the accreditation of vloggers in Malacanang are currently under review. JC Cosico with more details.
A top of the priority of incoming Press Secretary Attorney Trixie Cruz is the accreditation of vloggers. But while this may come as a surprise for some, Cruz Angeles says the PCOO has long had a rule on accrediting vloggers. She tells 1PH though that is still subject to review.
Meron pong polisiya ngayon sa PCOO sa pag-accredit ng ilang vloggers for to attend press briefings or to interview the president. Titignan natin unang-una kung naaangkop na po ang pag-accredit ng mga vloggers for news coverage, for press briefings.
Among the questions she said they're also trying to answer is the level of inclusion that bloggers and vloggers will have and whether they will be part of regular coverages like the rest of the Malacanang press corps. Vloggers might also be limited to covering events. What's for sure, she says, is that accreditation will be different for vloggers.
When we make policy, the policy is for public purpose. It is going to be a blogger accreditation. It is not the same as a journalist accreditation. So we recognize the differences.
With vloggers and bloggers possibly joining the helm, Cruz Angeles says having more information would help combat the spread of fake news. As for their transition talks, she says that this is still ongoing, but her team is about 80% complete. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after this quick break. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. K-pop sensation BTS has released their much-awaited anthology album called Proof. The 3-disc set features 48 tracks, including their biggest hits and some unreleased songs. BTS also dropped an official music video for the song Yet to Come, which now has over 11 million views on YouTube. The group is celebrating 9 years since their debut, with Proof honoring the group's history and journey in the music scene. The Blackwater Bossing opened up their new PBA season with a rousing win over defending champs TNT Tropang Giga. Marty Bautista with the story.
Basketball action continues for the 47th season of the PBA Philippine Cup yesterday, June 9. Without a Brandon Ganuelas roster in the starting list due to injury, the Blackwater Bossing somehow drew a miracle against the All-Filipino Conference defending champs, the TNT Tropang Giga. Right off the bat, Blackwater dominated the second and third quarter. Once the fourth quarter came, the Bossing didn't take a second to back down. Carrying the lead by as far as 10 points in the last 5 minutes of the game, Roger Pugoy of TNT shimmied past defense to shorten their grip with free throw chances, 71-73. But JV Casio of Blackwater had an answer of his own after knocking 2 of his free throws to push the lead 75-71. With 3 minutes left on the clock, JJ Alejandro didn't back down, creating a jumper to cut Blackwater's lead once again 73-75. However, Casio still had some tricks up his sleeve after releasing a shot from the outside with 2 minutes to go. The score stood at 78-73 for Blackwater. Roger Pugoy once again proved why he's a TNT mainstay, answering back with a 3 and drawing a pushing foul to eventually tie the game at 78-78. In the end, Casio was just too hot to handle. He jotted down a 7-point run, ending the game with a dagger 3 to win Blackwater's Philippine Cup debut game, 85-78.
Sinabi lang to ni Coach, preparation namin. Kami lang nakakaalam kung ano yung ginawa namin sa preparation namin. So we believe in that and I think the team believe in that also.
JV played exceptionally well. There was a time in the end game that I asked my assistant coach Aris, are we going to stop JV for a few minutes? Because I know he was playing a lot in the fourth, but don't know, just keep it there. And then luckily or thankfully he delivered. And alam naman natin kung anong kayang gawin ni JV Casio.
From being the underdogs in the last season with an 11-1 win-loss record to beating the All-Filipino Conference defending champions on their first day, the Bossing couldn't help but celebrate in the dugout. For the second game, the Northport Batang Pier quickly snatched a win against the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters 94-81, despite having a lack of bigs in their squad.
Coach said I'm going to be playing a lot of minutes. You know, we're missing a couple bigs, Troy Reich and a couple others. So I just wanted to go out there and fill in some shoes tonight and get this done for my team, work as hard as I could, and do everything I possibly can to get the dub.
Ganun ka-agile yung team namin eh. Kaya I think ang team sa mag-a-adjust sa amin, hindi kami. Kasi sanay na kami sa laro namin eh. Na ito kami, yung bigs namin tumatakbo, yung lahat ng bigs namin tumatakbo. No? Ako lang hindi tumatakbo kasi medyo malaki na yung katawan.
The games continue today, June 10, at the Inares Center in Antipolo. First on the matchup are the San Miguel Beermen versus NLEX Road Warriors at 3 p.m., followed by the Converge Fiber Extras versus the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots at 6 p.m. For News 5, Marty Bautista, We Are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. PHIVOLCS warns that another phreatic eruption of Mount Bulusan could happen anytime soon after the agency recorded an increase in seismic activity at the volcano. Meralco customers should expect higher electricity bills this month as generation costs rise. Households consuming 200 kilowatt hours could see an increase of 80 pesos in their bills for the month of June. And the unemployment rate in April eased to its lowest level since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Philippine Statistics Authority reported 2.76 million unemployed Filipinos in April, lower than the 2.87 million in March. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.